Okay, let's picture the scene. It's late at night, practically midnight. The Caliph Hazrat Umar bin Abdul Aziz is up working his heart out, totally deep into official state affairs. The room is dead quiet, and it's lit by just this one single, burning lamp. But here's the catch. This isn't just any lamp. This specific lamp is fueled by the Bait ul-Mal, which is the public treasury. So he's literally working by the light of the people's resources, fully zeroed in on their matters.
But then, out of nowhere, there's a knock at the door. A close friend of the Caliph stops by for a late-night visit. So, they do the usual. They exchange greetings, they settle in, and naturally, as you do with friends, the conversation just kind of drifts away from official state business. They start catching up on private, personal matters. It's just a totally normal, everyday human moment of connection.
But watch what the Caliph does right here. The absolute second the topic shifts to personal stuff, he reaches over and just blows out the lamp. Boom, pitch black. And then, in the sudden darkness, he reaches for a totally different lamp of his own, and he lights that one instead.
I mean, you can just imagine being his friend in this scenario, sitting there in momentary pitch black, just completely baffled by this. Like, what is going on? Naturally, you're going to blurt out, wait, why did you just do that? It honestly seems like such a bizarre, unnecessary hassle to switch the lights out just because the topic of conversation changed, right?
Well, his answer reveals this incredibly uncompromising logic. See, Umar had drawn this absolute, unbreakable boundary between his public duty and his private life. That first lamp? That was the state lamp. The oil burning inside it literally belonged to the Muslims' treasury. That means every single drop was strictly 100% for official work. The second one was his personal lamp, fueled by his own oil. For him, that was the absolute only acceptable light source for a private chat.
He looked right at his friend and said, "The first lamp was burning with oil from the Muslims' treasury. Now we are having a personal conversation, so I cannot benefit from the Muslims' wealth." Just let the sheer gravity of that sink in for a second. We're not talking about a guy avoiding stealing giant bags of gold here. He was flat out refusing to consume even a microscopic fraction of a penny's worth of public oil for a 5-minute chat. His care for public funds was just absolute.
His friend was completely stunned. And honestly, it leads us to this really profound realization. True integrity, it's not just measured by how we handle massive budgets when the whole world is watching us. No. It's measured in the micro-decisions. It's about what we do when we think nobody is looking, and when the cost doesn't really seem to matter at all. This tiny, almost invisible action with the lamp actually reflects an absolutely massive moral standard.
And this whole historical anecdote is rooted in a really deep universal moral philosophy known as Amana. Amana basically translates to trust or honesty, but it's more than that. It's the ethical duty to fiercely protect the rights and trusts of others, literally, no matter how small they are. The Caliph didn't look at the public treasury as some royal perk or privilege. To him, it wasn't amana. It was a sacred trust placed right into his hands. So what's the actual payoff here? What are the ultimate rewards of practicing this kind of radical, uncompromising honesty? Well, historically speaking, this exact type of unwavering integrity is what placed Hazrat Umar bin Abdul Aziz among history's absolute greatest, most revered rulers. But it goes way beyond just leaving a good legacy. Cultivating this level of honesty actually elevates a person spiritually. And right here in the earthly realm, it earns you this unshakable, deep-rooted respect from the people you serve.